There comes a point in your life where you stand at a crossroads, gazing into an uncertain horizon. You feel the weight of responsibilities and the comfort of familiarity holding you back, yet an overwhelming desire to break free and forge a new path tugs at your heart. You wish you can just hit a reset button in your life and start over, but those negative fears and those insecurities creep up on you and they prevent you from doing this. But if you do want to hit that reset button because you don't like where you're at right now, you can totally do it. It just requires you to do a few things. And the first thing is just to know yourself better. Knowing yourself better is like collecting power-up cards to help you level up in life. You're like a character in World of Warcraft, but instead of slaving dragons, I don't know if I don't play video games. You're navigating the twists and turns of your own life. You uncover your passions, your insights, and your quirks, and it helps you gain an overall understanding of who you are as an individual. When I was younger, I really thought that I was a self-proclaimed expert on me, myself, and I. But once I took a really deep dive into my psyche, it was like a funhouse with distorted mirrors everywhere. I took one of those personality tests online, and then once I got the results, I started to really question my own existence and reality around me. Apparently, I'm a mix of extroverted enthusiasm and introverted hibernation. Basically, I'm a party-loving hermit. Once I came to terms with all this, I realized that I had forged a compass that was helping me navigate life. If you don't know your own values and passions and aspirations, it's like putting together a computer without any knowledge, without having any manual or any help whatsoever. You're just winging it, and more than likely, that computer ain't turning on. When I realized that I enjoyed being around groups of people and going to events, I knew that I also needed a lot of alone time to reset and recharge. And knowing myself helped me set meaningful goals that aligned with these passions and aspirations. It's been really uplifting for me to just let go of those societal expectations and going for things that really do align with those values and those aspirations, like making this YouTube channel and seeing it grow and knowing that a lot of people think that this could never be a full-time job, and I don't honestly expect it to anytime soon, but if it gets to that point, I will be happy, and it'll be because of me giving myself the opportunity because I know who I am. And now by knowing myself better, I'm now able to work on discovering what my purpose in life is. I like to think of purpose as that invisible GPS that helps you navigate life better. And throughout my 20s, that GPS was just buffering. It was just holding me completely still. I was seeing the world happen around me, but I wasn't moving at all. I found myself just like lost in a sea of confusion, running like a chicken with his head cut off. But discovering your purpose is like finding the perfect pair of socks that just fit and work and you feel good being in. You know, like in Friends when Rachel has a different career or a different job like every other day, that was me. I kept thinking I wanted to do this, then I wanted to do this, but I never got that aha moment. And it had me questioning if I had any purpose at all, and it led me towards a dark path, and I was really unsure if I was gonna be able to find my way out. And now as a 32-year-old, I'm starting to believe that I am finding my purpose, and it was hidden in one of those sock drawers that I don't even look in. The only way I was able to do this was by letting go of certain social norms that were just stuck in my brain and thinking that I had to do this and these other things were not possible and they were not something that I should ever aspire to do. And you know what that was? You're looking at it. It's starting a YouTube channel. Something that admittedly I laughed at people at when they told me that they wanted to do something similar. And I look back and I realized that that was just my safe space mentality that I was kind of peddled growing up, thinking that I shouldn't try to do something that was out of the ordinary. And this doesn't mean I have it all figured out now. Like I feel like nothing is straightforward in life, but having this mindset shift has allowed me to really hone in on what I'm passionate about without judgment of what society expects me to do and really just find ways to bring value to the world. And now that I have this passion, which, like I said, isn't traditional, I find that it's also really important to find a really good support system around you. Whether it's friends or family or mentors or your pet goldfish, which ironically is actually a really good listener. They're like cheerleaders or motivational speakers or coaches just rolled up into one. Trying to do everything solo in life is like playing a multiplayer game all by yourself. Life is an absolute roller coaster. If you played Roller Coaster Tycoon as a kid, you know what I'm talking about. There's twists and turns and a lot of foot traffic you just do not want. But having that support system is like a safety harness. It just allows you to get through tough times when they get tough because more than likely they are going to. When I first had that revelation of, I actually think I could make a YouTube channel and be pretty good at it, I reached out to one of my best friends who's created just an absolute behemoth multi-million-dollar company. And I sat down with him because I knew that he knows what it's like to start from the ground up and to do things when you don't know the outcome. And he said, Blake, like, just go for it. Do it when you're scared, and know that if you put in the time and effort and you're really passionate about it, that the results will come with that. And I'm not sure if I had that conversation if I would be where I'm at right now. Aside from that, having supportive people in my everyday life, like my girlfriend, who takes a lot of my B-roll film and helps me with creative ideas and everything else, and encourages me and picks me up when I'm down, when I'm like, wow, why am I only getting 100 views a video? Why is no one subscribing? Why isn't the algorithm pushing my content? And she reassures me that this will come with time. Just do it, make sure that you're providing value and you enjoy the process, and the results will come. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. All you can focus on is what you're doing. And holy shit, I'm so glad I have someone like that in my corner reminding me of those things, because I'm actually focusing on the journey and being happy making content and not looking at analytics every single day. And in doing this has allowed me to be more intentional. And what's incredible about having this life of intention is it helps you stay on track. It keeps you in direction where you're just honing in on your purpose and what you enjoy, and you banish the rest of the noise. I become really intentional about the content I put out, making sure that it's stuff that brings value to you guys, making sure that everything I do aligns with this intention, so I have the right habits and systems in place that allow me to write scripts that are really meaningful and actually set up my living room to look like a makeshift studio, even though there's no air conditioning in here. While I'm having beads of sweat dripping from my face, I'm remembering why I'm doing this in the first place. And everything I've just discussed is great, but none of it matters if you don't practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is like that final infinity stone that Thanos was jacking everyone up for. It's like a magic eraser that wipes away all the past and it gives you a fresh start. I'd always be mad at my past self for not starting this YouTube channel 10 years ago, or making bad financial decisions, or being mad at people who did me wrong in the past. And all I was really doing during this time was just holding myself back, holding on to resentment and anger, and it wasn't getting me anywhere. But if you're able to let go of those grudges and forgive yourself for making poor decisions, and realize that life is a journey and we all go through highs and lows, and we make mistakes and we learn from them, and that's just life, and just you have control over what you have control at this very moment, and that's it. And without releasing that, you're not going to be able to reset your life, because you're always going to be holding on to that past. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you have not, comment hard reset so I know that you watched this full thing and that you are resetting your life. Thank you for watching these videos. I hope you watch more of them. There's another one coming up, and I'll see you next one. Later.